Hey, and welcome to video number 9. We're going to talk about how to organize your content. Now, while this may seem fairly basic, it is, but I want to make sure that I cover it step by step just in case you happen to miss anything along the way. One of the big mistakes that I would see that a lot of people tend to make is thinking organization content for keywords only. Because you got to think about the human element. I want you to think about trying to balance the keyword topics and the human element. Basically, what makes sense. So if you're organizing your content into keywords only, and it doesn't really make sense, then that might be hard for your human element to come through, your visitors to come through and think, okay, why is that there? So you want to make sure that everything flows, in other words. And depending on whether you deal with WordPress or HTML, it can be slightly different. Now with WordPress, you want to have keyword tags, and you want to figure out, okay, what kind of keyword tags are there? You don't want to put too many keyword tags because, in fact, Matt Cutts from Google actually states that you should not have too many keyword tags in your site. Too many keyword tags can signify keyword stuffing. So that just keep that in mind. Because I can see a lot of people will go all out and just start tagging like crazy. I would say if you have 10 pieces of content per topic, maybe get a few tags. Don't get too many. Keyword tags are basically keywords that let's say for example that you have 10 articles on dog training, or a specific dog. And we're going to cover like golden retrievers, German shepherds, and stuff like that. So if 2 of the articles have German shepherds in them, then that would be a keyword tag. If 3 of them have golden retrievers in them, then that would be another keyword tag because they link to all of those 3 articles. So that's essentially what a keyword tag is. So you're connecting and crossing content so that it's easily found. Then we have categories. You can organize into categories. You can organize further that way, and it's going to be a lot easier for your visitors if you do that, because it's easy to just want to slap up all this content up on the page and think it's great content, people are going to find it. While it is great content, if it's hard to navigate and it's not organized, then people are going to leave your site. Then, of course, we want to have something like the related post plugins, which I'll talk more about in the next video. But essentially what that is it helps connect related content. So that if somebody is reading an article on golden retrievers and they're particularly interested in golden retrievers, they're probably not going to be interested in your German Shepherd content unless they actually have that specific breed of dog. So you want to make sure that your content is categorized, but categorized correctly. So that categorized in the sense of your target market. Now for HTML, it's similar concepts up here, but just keep in mind with HTML, everything is done manually. So you might just stick with the basic menus or keyword tags, but you're going to have to do a lot of this stuff manually unless you find some sort of template that has a system built in that can do all of this. So now that you have a good idea of how to organize your content, what I recommend that you go ahead and do is go to an isolated location, pull out your pen and paper, and then map out your content. You can use a mind mapping software if you want to do that, but I'd recommend just a regular pen and paper and a pad, and just map out the content and figure out what makes sense to you. Because you're the creator of the site and you're somebody who I hope is creating the content because you understand the content and you're passionate about it, then you'll understand what categories make sense. So with that said, let's move on to the next video, and I'm actually going to show you how to organize all the content using site navigation, and using site navigation effectively so that you can increase your stick rates.